Hi guys, it is lamentably Wednesday, but it's actually not that bad because I have recently done much worse, and actually, every single one of you has done worse than I have this week. So, or last week rather. Therefore, I feel no guilt. I'm gonna make this really quick. I always say that never actually turns out quick. Nothing much has really happened over this week. Um, I'm in the process of cleaning my room, and that's always fun, as you guys can see. Um, I've actually made a lot of progress today, so that's exciting. So from last Tuesday, on Wednesday, I don't think I did anything, and then on Thursday we went to the office party again, and oh, last Wednesday I had the day off, so I went um, to I remember when I went to the fabric store to get some fabric to make myself some skirt or something. I'm gonna make a skirt. And Nancy, I think that they will appreciate this fabric print that I got. I'm gonna make a skirt with it, and I absolutely love it. Like, it's quite busy, but just paired with a plain white t-shirt and then like a white cinch belt or maybe a black cinch belt. And then I'm gonna make a crinoline to go underneath. So I got the gauzy material that I'm gonna make like it'll bunch on the bottom, and then I'm gonna use this as a slit. And then I got this really great purple knit material, so it's like stretchy. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's gonna be awesome. And then before I use my beautiful fabric, the English print poplin, I'm gonna make an experiment skirt with this, and I got a lot of it, so I can make a couple different kinds of skirts, and then give away whatever I don't like. And I got this, which is just black elastic. So super stoked about that. And I'm just waiting on Mama to bring me her sewing machine, and I will get started. And then I had a meeting with this guy named Bradley, who goes to my church. He's a little bit weird. He just wanted to talk about the story that he'd been writing, which is really bad and really weird. But I'm going to encourage him because it's a good way for him to work on what's going on inside of him. And on Thursday we did the office party, which we usually do, so there was nothing really special about that. It was very funny. And then on Friday, I actually don't really think I did anything. Um, I don't really remember a lot of. Oh, Saturday I had the day off. Oh, what are we talking about Friday? Right. Well, Friday, nothing that I can remember happened. And then on Saturday, I had the day off, and I was totally stoked, and I was planning on going down to the market, and it was like a last minute thing. They called me at like 8:30, and they're like, hey, don't bother coming in today. And I was like, okay, like, I'm okay with that, but why? And I looked outside, and it was snowing. I was unhappy about that. We got about a foot and a half of snow in 24 hours. I was so mad, like you have no idea. So I did nothing that whole day because I was so upset and spiteful. I was spiteful. And so at like 4, I went downstairs and my roommates were like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm upset today and I didn't go out and do anything, blah, blah, blah." And Jay's like, "You have to go out. You can't, let the snow get the better of you." So it's like, you know what? You're right. I can't. So I bundled up and I went out on an explore day. Oh god, it was bad. Downtown, the snow was so bad, like it was blizzarding, so you couldn't really see very far in front of you. And because of that, um, I nearly died and got lost, very lost downtown. And I ended up going on an adventure and finding, or this one guy, like, saved me, and he was a ginger, and then I almost died, and it was an adventure, so that was good. And then I rushed home, and then Trent picked me up from the house, and then we went over to Hoover and Kelly's house, and it was our friend Rebecca's birthday. And Rebecca's other friend, Rebecca, so I'm going to call him Richardson, which is the Rebecca that I work with, and Harrison is the other one. Rebecca Harrison made the most amazing mud pie cake. So what it is, Nancy, you will absolutely love this. It's a base of Oreo cookies, so like full up or straight up full Oreo cookies, just lining the bottom of this big pan, like it was huge. And then she mixed chocolate Jello pudding or chocolate fudge pudding, cream cheese, icing, sugar, and vanilla, and she blended it all together so it made like a thick paste. Oh, and whipping cream or whipped cream, and so she blended it all together and made like this thick, gooey, like, oh god, it was amazing. And then so she layered that with full Oreo cookies and then put a layer of whipped cream on top to kind of like even out the sweet or unsweetened whipped cream, and it was just, oh my god, I almost died. We ate half of the pan. It was glorious. And so we just kind of hung out. It was a hot dog eating contest, but I don't eat hot dogs, so I brought my own veggie patties. I've also started not eating meat anymore. I really only eat what I have to, which is steak. I try to have about 8 ounces of steak a week, or red meat rather, just to make sure that I'm still getting my iron because I'm still severely anemic. Blah 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 blah. So I've been eating lots of tofu though, which is really good for protein, and I love tofu. Tonight I made tofu brownies. They're glorious. And so yeah, so that's what I did on Saturday, and then everyone was making fun of me for eating veggie patties, and I was like, whatever, they were great. And then someone tried one, and then everyone had a veggie patty. It was so good. And by everyone, I mean not everyone, but it was almost everyone, so that's all that matters. Then, on Sunday, I taught Sunday school, and Rebecca Harrison was like, I don't want that in my house. Please take this dessert. I was like, I will do that. And so I fed it to the children. It was so funny. We did really good. I got the kids through by bribing them with this amazing cake. And then at the end of the service, I was like, all right, you guys, here's this cake. You guys are allowed seconds. Eat it all. So I did. Within 5 minutes of them finishing this half of the cake off, they were bouncing off the walls. It was actually the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. I was like, all right, kids, class is over. Go home with your parents. If you don't eat your full lunches, I'm going to kill you. So that was really good. I really enjoyed reading to parents this afternoon. Then on Monday, I worked, and nothing really happened. It was nice. I just kind of worked and then came home and enjoyed my evening. And then Tuesday, I worked, and it was actually a really good day. It's been working out quite well with Corey. And next week I'll tell you guys a little bit about that. But it's been interesting that he's been showing me a lot of favor. So, and then on Tuesday we were working, and then everyone else left at 4, so I was the only one in until 5, which is fine. I'm getting my hours. It's not a big deal. And so Corey and I were working alone in the back, and excuse me, and then he was like asking me about how I think things have been going, and I was like, oh, they've been going, well. He's like, it's not as bad having me work here as you thought it would be. I was like, oh no. He's like, are you just feeling me a bunch of bullshit? Like, there's always a certain amount of bullshit that comes into talking to your chef. He's like, oh, I don't like it. And then he comes up like really close to me, and he's like, I think we'll be able to get along really well. And I was like, yeah, okay. So it's kind of a little bit weird, but it's not that bad. And and then yeah, so I ended up staying. I got paid to stay and eat amazing food. We're starting a new feature menu tomorrow, as in Thursday. And so my chef was like, well, if you want to stay for an extra hour, you can stay, clock in, you get time and a half to look at see how this food is made and eat it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I guess. It was amazing. We had like lamb chops and pork and wings and salt and pepper ribs, and oh my god, it was amazing. And then chocolate stout cake with a chocolate stout caramel glaze. It was so good. And then today I have been working on my room. I had an amazing, solitude time with God, because I've really been feeling convicted that I need to spend more time focusing in on God and just quieting everything else and just paying attention to Him. So that was really, really good. And then Jay and I went out and bought bindings for my new snowboard, which I'll show you guys next week since I forgot to bring it up here. And then I went to a meeting at work, which was useless because Corey and I had already gone over all this stuff, but it was good. And So, and then, yeah, and after we bought bindings, Jay and I went out for coffee and just talked for a little while, and it was good. So, I am at 10 minutes. That's ridiculous. Hoover, Hoover. Tucker, Shay, and Nancy. Upload your videos because I miss your faces, except for Shay. I don't really miss yours. But I love you. So, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.